Hey guys, today we're in a 2025 Nissan Sentra SR with the premium package. Unfortunately, I didn't get a Monroney with this vehicle, but when I built it on the website, it's about $28,000 or $29,000 as equipped. I've been living with this all week, so I'll be giving you my impressions on what it's been like to live with. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the exterior, and then we'll take a look at the interior, and then we'll take it for a spin. Now for 2025, things relatively stay the same on the outside and the inside, but new for 2025 is the addition of 3 free oil changes and the ability to use the Nissan Connect app with lower trims like the SV. This one's finished in electric blue, looks very sharp, very nice metallic color. It got a little bit trashed on my drive to the filming location here, but overall I think this is a very good looking sedan. It's not too many sedans on the market that are affordable and look very nice. I actually own a 2024 Honda Civic, and I have driven the current generation Toyota Corolla, so I'll be kind of comparing this car with those vehicles as well. LED headlights that have automatic high beams as well. Your little red SR badge. You get 18-inch wheels wrapped in Hankook all-season tires. Let's go ahead and take a look at that trunk real quick. Nice lip spoiler in the back. Nice size trunk, guys. And you do get a compact spare tire with a jack as well. Plenty of space to put things, a lot of groceries, and yeah, not bad at all. No grab handle, unfortunately, but that is okay. Let's go ahead and climb into the back seat. Pretty sizable back seat. Not too bad to get into. Very, very soft seats. This is a very comfortable back seat to be in. I've had 2 passengers back here for about 6 hours, and they were so comfortable. Do get plenty of leg room, about 2 or 3 inches, and about 1 inch of headroom. So it's a little bit more compact than my Honda Civic, a little bit larger than a Toyota Corolla. But yeah, very nice place to be. You do get a USB-A port, just one. No rear vents, because I mean this is a small car, you don't need it. Mat pocket here. Hold down center armrest with a couple cup holders that are actually the same size, so you can actually use them. No pass-through though. Do get a sunroof in this model as well. Get these carbon fiber accents on the doors, pretty funny. Orange stitching in the interior, these nice leather seats. That's part of the premium package as well. So man, it is a very, very comfortable back seat though. It's probably one of the most comfortable back seats definitely in the class. Go ahead and take a look at what's under the hood real quick. So under the hood of the Sentra is a 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder making 149 horsepower and 146 pound-feet of torque. You can hear it ticking away here. It's made it to an Xtronic CVT transmission, and I actually really like this powertrain. In this configuration, it gets about 38 to 40 mpgs on the highway. I've been averaging about 33, 34 with my mixed city highway driving and driving to work. So actually not too bad at all. It's right on par with my Honda Civic. Looks relatively easy to work on. Get alternators right there. Your batteries right there, air filters here. What more could you ask? It's not very complicated under here. You do get smart key access on the front doors here. You do get heated front seats as well. The driver's seat is power, and you do get lumbar, which my 2024 Civic does not have. These seats are so nice. They're so comfortable and great for long trips. Way better than the Corolla and way better than the Honda Civic. This interior is pretty nice. The quality in here is pretty good, actually. You do get soft touch materials pretty much everywhere. Some hard plastics here and there, but overall, I'm pretty happy with how it looks. There's no squeaks, there's no rattles. It's overall a very good put together interior. Do get a regular gauge cluster too, which I like to see. It does have an odd tachometer that starts at 2. You have a kind of smallish infotainment here. It's definitely Apple CarPlay and Android Auto focused. Wired Android Auto, wired Apple CarPlay as well. So that's a little bit of a bummer that the competition has wireless. I think the sound from the selections on this infotainment, it's like from Windows XP or something. You do get a 360 cam, which is awesome. My car doesn't have that, and I don't think the Toyota Corolla has that either. You get these 3 vents here that's kind of similar to the Nissan GTR. Dual zone climate control. You do get a heated steering wheel as well. It's part of the premium package, heated seats. Down here you do get a place to put your phone, some connectivity, USB-C, USB-A, 12-volt outlet down here, and your auto start stop button. You can turn that off if you need to. Your start button's down here. Got your regular gear selector here, which is nice to see. It's no buttons or anything fancy. Couple cup holders. Nice size center console. Nice size glove box as well. Frameless auto dimming mirror with HomeLink. This is an option. Illuminated visor mirrors as well. These do slide, pull out. This gauge cluster does have a screen in the middle, and what I kind of wanted to point out here is my fuel economy has definitely gone down since I've been idling here shooting this video. But I wanted to point out is it does have direct tire pressure sensors. So it actually reads the actual tire pressure on each tire. Whereas, I think the Toyota Corolla and the Honda Civic is indirect, and it doesn't tell you which tire is low or tell you the exact tire pressure on each tire. So that is actually really nice to see in a car like this. This car actually comes in about $2,000 or $3,000 underneath of what the top trim Civic costs, and I think $1,000 less than what the top trim Corolla costs. So there's a lot of value in this Sentra. Yeah, guys, overall, I love this interior. There's really no complaints. So all that being said, it's a pretty basic car, but it has, some nice quality of life features that you would use on a daily basis. So let's go ahead and take this for a spin and see how this drives. Now, I know a lot of people are going to give me flack for saying how good the CVT transmission is. Honestly, I think this is one of the best CVTs in the business today. It is really, really good. And if you do a little bit of digging, you will find that the Xtronic CVTs 2020 plus have been very reliable. You just got to keep the fluid changed in them and keep them maintained, just like you have to do in a Toyota Corolla or a Honda Civic CVT as well. This CVT is really smooth. It's really quiet. Yes, it does fake shifting, but it's honestly the most convincing CVT that shifts like an automatic. We'll watch it here. I mean, look at that. It feels like an automatic. It really does. It sounds, feels, it jerks a little bit when it shifts. It's a really good transmission. I really have no complaints about it at all. And yes, maybe it's more efficient that the CVT should stay at a constant power level so you get the most power out of it. But there's arguments on both sides of whether they should fake shift or not. But I honestly really like how this drives, and from drivability standpoint, I prefer this over just a constant speed. There's no rubber banding at all. Brakes feel pretty good, pretty confidence inspiring, similar to a Corolla and Civic. Does have that auto start stop, pretty quick to engage and disengage. Certainly not the fastest car in the world, but it gets the job done. It's not a slouch by any means. Everybody has this predetermined thing on the internet nowadays that all cars must go from 0 to 60 in 4 seconds or less. But this just puts around nicely. My Civic is faster. It's probably about on par with the Toyota Corolla acceleration, at least 1.8. But just accelerating normally around town. Perfectly fine. You don't really need much more than that. And passing power is pretty good as well. Not bad. Transmission kicks down nice. I really like the throttle response. This engine's quiet. Everything is just quiet. Yeah, there is a little bit of road noise that's coming in to the cabin. It's certainly not as loud as my 2024 Civic is, and I think it's about on par with a Corolla as far as road noise in here. You have a sport mode button here on the gear selector. It's kind of hidden. Sometimes when you shift gears, you'll accidentally select it into sport mode. Let's go ahead and do a quick 0 to 60. Let's go ahead and put it in sport mode. Come to a complete stop. Let the auto start start again, and floor it. Very good amount of wheel spin off the line. Way more than what I was thinking. CVTs usually have that delay of when you hit the throttle and to when you actually go. This one doesn't. This one legitimately feels like a true automatic transmission. I'm not BSing you guys on that. It's crazy. It's a really good CVT. But unfortunately, our 0 to 60 time was hampered due to the wet roads and the amount of torque it has off the line. Can't believe I'm saying that in a Sentra. As far as ride goes, it is a little bit on the firm side. I'm sure another set of tires, you know, with a softer compound will definitely soften the ride up a little bit. It's not as harsh as the Honda Civic, and I would say it's literally about on par with the Toyota Corolla as far as ride goes. Kind of see just a normal acceleration. It just putzes along under 2,000 RPM. Gets you where you need to go. I promise we'll get off these gravel roads so you guys can actually hear what the road noise is off of these awful gravel roads that we have in our county. See what I mean? It just acts like a normal car. This is really all you need. For the price that you pay of this car, I am even questioning my purchase on my 2024 Civic at this point, because, you know, I went on a 6-hour road trip on it over the weekend, you know, with friends in the car. It's quiet, it's very comfortable, it's smooth, the engine's very quiet, it doesn't rattle. Overall, a pretty refined and polished driving experience here. You know, I drive a lot of high-end cars, you know, 60, 70, 150K cars, and, you know, this rides perfectly fine. I love testing these cars because it's, you know, something that I actually would purchase. Handling is, you know, average. I mean, it's not a stellar performer. You know, the steering's pretty vague, not a whole lot of feel, but you know, it gets the job done. For a commuter car, this is pretty much all you need. It looks cool, it's very comfortable. What a refreshing car to be in a world of cars that just throw in unnecessary tech and just more stuff to break. It's such a breath of fresh air to come into something like this. Really like how everything's laid out, you know, everything's within the driver's reach. I mean, they pretty much thought of everything in here. You have blind spot monitoring on the inside of the mirrors as well. I like that a lot better because, you know, it's actually in the mirror itself, kind of gets lost in, you know, the reflections and stuff. But I like how that's in here. This car is also equipped with adaptive cruise control as well. It's really easy to set. Just turn the cruise control on and then set. You can change your following distance here as well. Very easy to engage and disengage. Works well. Doesn't slam on the brakes. Doesn't, you know, slam on the gas either. Very good system. Steering wheel controls for your audio and your gauge cluster as well. If I had one minor gripe, it's that every time you engage the adaptive cruise control, it always changes your center screen there, and you have to manually change it every single time back to the screen that you want. I would definitely cross-shop this vehicle against a Toyota Corolla and Honda Civic because, I mean, there's a lot of value here, guys. I mean, yes, it doesn't have automatic wipers. It doesn't have a lane tracing system, you know, that centers you. But, I mean, you're not really paying for that either. I mean, my car doesn't have a heated steering wheel. My car doesn't have a 360 camera. So there's a lot of value in this vehicle. We do have speed limit recognition as well on the gauge cluster, which is pretty nice to see. All right, so I'm going to be trying something new with my reviews, and at the end of every review, there's going to be something called the night sight and stereo system test. I'm doing this at the end of the videos because some people just don't like them in the middle of the videos, and it gives me a better opportunity to showcase the vehicle at night, as I'll be placing B-roll of what the vehicle looks like at night over top of the stereo system test. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. This 2025 Sentra has a 10-speaker Bose stereo system, so let's get started. ahead and go on to the next track. Right, it's a pretty decent stereo system. You know the saying, no highs, no lows, must be Bose. That's kind of the feeling I get with this system. It's all right for the price. I mean, it's really good. I'd rate this a high C tier system, so it's not the worst I've ever heard, and it's certainly not the best I've ever heard, but for the price of the car, it gets the job done. Well, guys, that concludes the review of the 2025 Nissan Sentra. I hope you guys enjoyed, and hope you guys like this new style at the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I appreciate the feedback, and yeah, we'll go ahead and see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.